When people think of Saturn, they usually think about the rings, but Saturn is much more than just a pretty planet. Here storms rage for decades. Here it literally rains diamonds, and you could theoretically float the entire planet in a bathtub if you could find one big enough. The sixth planet from the Sun is hands down one of the most spectacular objects in our cosmic neighborhood. It's a cosmic laboratory, a stormy giant, and possibly even a place where life can exist defying all expectations. Here we go. Let's start with the obvious, those absolutely stunning rings. Saturn's rings are incredibly thin. They span nearly 175,000 miles across, yet they are only about 30 feet thick in most places. If Saturn were the size of a basketball, its rings would be thinner than a piece of paper. Saturn's rings are composed of billions, possibly trillions of chunks of icy rocks, some as small as grain of sand, some as large as mountains, all orbiting Saturn in an intricate cosmic dance. Despite looking solid from Earth, if you flew through Saturn's rings in a spacecraft, you'd probably pass through without hitting anything because there's so much empty space between the particles. We believe Saturn's rings might be relatively young, about 100 million years old. That means they were formed during the time of the dinosaurs. There's even evidence suggesting the rings might be temporary. They could disappear in another 100 million years as the material gradually falls into Saturn's atmosphere. This is one of my favorite facts about Saturn. It is the only planet in our solar system that can theoretically float in water. Because Saturn has an average density of only 0.687 grams per cubic centimeter, which is less dense than water at 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Of course, this is purely theoretical. You will need an ocean that is bigger than Saturn itself, and the tidal forces from that kind of an ocean would essentially disintegrate the planet itself. But it's still an incredible thought experiment that shows just how different Saturn is from rocky planets like Earth. The planet is essentially a giant ball of hydrogen and helium, the two lightest elements in the universe. It's what we call a gas giant, meaning it doesn't have a solid surface like Earth. If you tried to land on Saturn, you'd just keep sinking deeper and deeper into layers of increasingly dense gas until the pressure and heat became absolutely crushing. Saturn has some of the fastest winds in the solar system, reaching up to 1100 miles per hour. That's nearly 5 times faster than the strongest hurricanes on Earth. These winds create distinctive bands of clouds that circle the planet, giving Saturn its striped appearance. But the most incredible feature has to be Saturn's perfectly hexagonal storm near its north pole. This hexagon is enormous, measuring about 20,000 miles across, which means you could fit nearly 4 Earths inside it. We are still not entirely sure why this storm maintains such a geometric shape, but it's thought to be related to the planet's rotation and atmospheric dynamics. Scientists believe that deep within Saturn's atmosphere, the extreme temperature and pressure can cause the carbon atoms to compress into forming diamond crystals. These diamonds would form in the upper atmosphere and then literally rain down towards the planet's core, a potential diamond shower worth more than all the wealth on Earth combined. If Saturn itself isn't impressive enough, we can talk about its large collection of moons. Saturn has 146 registered moons, more than any other planet of our solar system. These moons range from tiny irregular chunks of rock and ice to some seriously fascinating worlds. The largest moon, Titan, is particularly special. It's the only moon in our solar system with a thick atmosphere and the only place besides Earth where we have found stable bodies of liquid on the surface. Except instead of water, Titan has lakes and seas of liquid methane and ethane. Scientists consider Titan one of the best places to search for life beyond Earth. Then there's Enceladus, a small icy moon that shoots geysers of water and ice into space from a subsurface ocean. These geysers have given scientists direct samples of what's beneath the ice, and they have found organic molecules, the building blocks of life. Enceladus might have a warm, salty ocean beneath its frozen surface, making it another prime candidate for extraterrestrial life. A day on Saturn lasts only about 10.7 hours. This giant planet, which is 95 times more massive than Earth, spins so fast that it completes a full rotation in less than half an Earth day. This rapid rotation actually causes Saturn to bulge at its equator. The planet is noticeably wider around its middle than from pole to pole. It's basically the universe's way of showing that even planets aren't immune to centrifugal force. Saturn also has a powerful magnetic field, about 578 times stronger than Earth, generated by electric currents deep within the planet's metallic hydrogen layer. This magnetic field creates a magnetosphere that protects the planet and its moons from the solar wind and cosmic radiation. Humanity's exploration of Saturn has given us some of the most stunning images in space exploration history. The Cassini spacecraft spent 13 incredible years orbiting Saturn from 2004 to 2017, revolutionizing our understanding of this magnificent planet and its moons. In its grand finale, Cassini deliberately plunged into Saturn's atmosphere, sending back data until the very last moment, a fitting end to one of NASA's most successful missions. The discoveries from Cassini have raised more questions than answers. Scientists are already planning future missions to return to Saturn and explore its mysterious moons in greater detail. In many ways, Saturn is the jewel of our solar system, a world of superlatives.